Hi, Kipsters. It's Mr. Hambley. Happy day after Thanksgiving break. We only have, 15 more days? Well, school days. You're writing equations. It tends to be a little bit more gritty, but if you just pay attention to some tips and tricks that I have for you, I'm sure it'll be a lot less gritty, but it still will be gritty. All right, let's go ahead and get started. Marcus drinks 8 cups of water every day. So something constantly that is happening in this story is that Marcus drinks 8 cups. And how often does he do it? He drinks it every day. So I'm gonna put 8, and he does that every single day. So if after one day he's gonna drink 8 cups, after 2 days he's gonna drink 16 cups. It happens every day. It's a constant. In math we call this the constant rate of the change. It's actually the slope. All right, so we know that he is able to drink a certain amount of cups after a certain amount of days. So D would represent the number of days, and C would represent the total amount of cups. All right? Alex drives his car 50 miles per hour. Well, it constantly happens. He drives his car 50 miles per hour. All right? And that's the total distance he drives. So H would be the hours, and D would be the distance. Molly uses 2 pounds of flour for each cake. Something that she does for every cake, and she does 2 pounds per cake. And that's how much flour she will use. All right? It's almost attached to the ratio. 2 is attached to the cake. All right? Every hour Mr. Hambley makes $25. Every hour Mr. Hambley makes $25. So every hour Mr. Hambley makes $25, and that's talking about money, total amount of money. Now I'm going to change a little bit, so see if you can catch on. Marcus drinks 8 cups of water every day. On Monday, he drank 6 extra cups of water. So I'm already starting out 6 more cups of water than normal, so 6 plus 6. In addition to that, I'm already drinking 8 cups every day, so I have to put 8 cups every day. And this will tell me the total amount of cups. Looks like the slope is 8 and the y-intercept is 6. Second one, Alex drives his car 50 miles per hour. The first hour he drove 10 miles slower. So I know that 10 miles slower is that he's already starting off with a negative 10, so it's slower. But he still is driving 50 miles per hour. And we're talking about distance. Molly uses 2 pounds of flour for each cake. I found my ratio. She needs a half a pound for 1 batch of cookies. So she needs more flour. So I'm going to add an additional half pound to my 2 pounds for every cake that I make. And that's for the amount of flour I need. Every hour Mr. Hambley makes $25. He gets $50 bonus just for being awesome. So he puts $50 extra, but he gets $25 every hour in bonus. That's his total amount of money. Okay, let's start off with some examples. Molly gets a $60 bonus for working during the holidays. She also gets paid $10.75 per hour. If H represents the amount of hours, write an equation that shows how much money, so M represents money, she could make based on the number of hours she works. Well, in this story, is there something that's constantly happening? Well, what's constantly happening is she gets paid $10.75 per hour. And there's something that doesn't constantly happen. She gets a bonus. So in addition to that, she gets $60 extra. So the total money she makes, it would be 1075 times H plus 60. It makes sense. Miss Baum makes $30.75 per hour. She has to pay a one-time check processing fee of $5. If H represents the amount of hours, write the equation that shows how much money M, Miss Baum makes after all fees for H. Okay, so M represents monies. Is there something in the story that constantly happens? Well, Miss Baum makes $30.75 per hour. And she has to pay $5. Would that be a -5 or a +5? Well, it would be -5 because she owes that much money. Which makes it, let's see, that's the total amount of money. All right, third. In Massachusetts, it was 20 below zero. It warmed up at a rate of 10 degrees per hour. If H represents hours, write an equation that shows the temperature T after a certain amount of hours. So it looks like H was hours, and T represents temp. Something that happens constantly in the story is that it warmed up at a rate of 10 degrees per hour. So that's 10 degrees. No, wait. 10 degrees per hour. But it started off at 20 below zero. So I'd probably have to put a -20 here because it started off with -20. And I believe the temperature is what we're looking for, so I put T right there. Like I said, this is a lot. But if you constantly ask yourself, what is constantly happening in the story, like what's happening over and over again, that will tell you what your slope is and what you need to multiply by the variable. And then if you ask, what's something that's only happening one time, that will tell you what your y-intercept is. All right. The following are some problems that you can work on. Ready? 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. All right. Enjoy.